Hey, everybody. Welcome to GR Rideshare Adventure Podcast. We appreciate you taking the time to listen. We have a great episode in store for you. Well, it's not like I'm going to say we have a terrible one. Maybe I would. Today, it's me, of course, and Ben, as usual. And then we had Cece join us again, who is a full-time female driver in the Grand Rapids area. A couple of things we'll touch on today. More parking issues in front of the Bob. I had a weird creeper in the car that I ended up kicking out. Great story on that. We recap electric forests, and then Cece has a problem with the people that are spending all their time at the airport. We touch on some rideshare news, of course, like we always do, and some great tips about, again, how to pick up a passenger in the on the street without blocking traffic, and etc. How can you reach out to GR Rideshare Adventures? Well, the first place to start is grrideshareadventures.com. That has the podcast, our videos, all our connections to Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. That's the place to go. Check that out. We've really worked hard on the website, and I hope you enjoy it. It's got some great tips on there, blog articles, and you name it. All right. Hope you enjoy the show. Thank you.
Like she had to come give me a huge hug, wrapped her arms around me, followed me out the door.
That's always his excuse.
She's very dramatic.
That's how my kids are. They have iPads, so they iMessage me while I'm driving.
Oh,
listen,
my daughter does
and
that.
FaceTime me. I'm like, listen, mommy's working.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
And then my son hit me with, "I miss you. Can you come home?" I was like, dang.
Mama's got to make money.
Right?
All right, welcome to the GR Rideshare Podcast. I'm Jason. We got Cece and Ben. Ben's always here. Cece stepped in. Awesome. Basically what we do I'm going to try not to say basically. I feel, and like those two are my verbal crutches as I'm listening to my own audio. Just want to recap for the last 2 weeks. We all drove. I know that. Cece's full time. And I had a weird story, or I had a weird thing. I went to pick up a couple at the Amway, and I didn't hear what they were saying, but it was two girls and a guy. They're probably 20 years difference in age. I just felt like something wasn't right. Whatever. You know, you get that little, that feeling, and you're like, oh, okay. And so they get in, and it's under the girl's name. He gets in the front seat. They get in the back. And I was like, are you okay with him? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So we're driving along, and
You really asked that?
yeah, I felt that weird, like he was trying to move on them just by their I had that window part down because I always keep the doors locked, and then when it's late at night and just make sure the right name. And I asked her, and she said it was fine.
So was he like trailing behind them, or
after I saw the video, it's more clear because I could, just like we said, when you look at the video, you're like, oh, that's what really happened. But kind of, they just all kind of came together, but they were discussing something. So I don't know.
He didn't say anything when you asked.
Weird.
I would have said something.
Well, he was drunk. I mean, not wasted, but he was quiet. So
And he was the older one, correct?
Correct. Yeah, front seat. So we turn out of the Amway and go east. And then I'm cutting through Campow by JW, and I feel they're like talking about something. Like, oh, one of the girls says, "Yeah, maybe we should call tonight. We'll drop you off downtown here." And he's like, "No, I'll pay for the Uber. I'll Uber back down," because they were going to Kentwood.
Okay.
And about 10 seconds later, I feel a poke in my shoulder, and I turn around. She's like that. So I'm like. And so I start driving. I'm like, all right, I'm going to ditch this guy. But I didn't want to do it right on Monroe or right by the Bob. So I was like, I'm going to go over. No, this is after bar close. Okay. So like 2:30.
Wow.
And I said, I'm going to go by the woods. There's somebody out there. I'm sure and sure enough, there was somebody out. But she poked me again to make sure that I was doing it. And so I said, all right, man, the girls want you out. And there's just a bouncer like cleaning trash off the sidewalk. And he looks at me and no words, creepy, just stares at them, looks at me. I'm like, come on, man, out of the car. And looked back at them again, looked at me, got out of the car.
Wow.
So the story was from the girls is that they had somehow connected earlier in the night. They were probably at a bar just drinking, and one's from Chicago, or they're both from Chicago, and they were in visiting, and they had a room at the Amway, which is maybe they had it the night before, so that's why they were there. I'm like, I don't know why they didn't go back to the room.
Sure.
But they said they talked to the front desk, and they're like, they didn't do anything. And then they were in the bathroom for like 25 minutes, and the guy came in the bathroom.
The girls' bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, stop. This happened inside the hotel?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know where they initially met. They were Latino or Spanish, so they had a pretty heavy accent. Their English was, so, and of course I'm driving, and so it's kind of hard to tell exactly what was going on.
What was he?
He was white. So
basic white male.
So I thought, as I'm getting the story from them, I'm like, and I feel bad about this. I thought maybe they're hookers. I mean, they were dressed. Yeah.
This generation is trash, though.
I mean, what's that?
I said this generation is trash, though.
Well, I mean, it wasn't completely. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't sure they were like 22. I would not want my daughter wearing what they were wearing. Yeah. But it wasn't so inappropriate or whatever. They're just out on the town. It's just, I don't know. It just got that weird feeling. But when I watched the video and I saw the girl's face that told me no, they were not. They were just girls. They were not doing a thing. Their stories were kind of like not matching up. So that's why I was thinking, is this a deal gone bad? Are they just like, yeah, we're out. We don't want to do it anymore. And they're just using me to kick him out. That's what, I'm terrible. I always think the worst of everybody until you earn the trust, right? And so, but then I watched the video and I'm like, no, this guy was a creep.
They are very fortunate that they had an Uber driver comfortable enough to say something.
Seriously.
Yeah. I'm so glad I did it. I don't know. I'm just glad I did it. But then I kind of, like I said, as the story was going on, I'm like, what did I do? Like, I think I did the right thing. I know I did, but I wondered what the girls' motives were. And then when I saw the video, I'm like, yeah, these girls didn't have a motive. They were just out having fun, and the guy would not leave them alone. And, young girls, I mean, they're probably being sweet. They didn't want to tell them off. I told them, I said, next time that happens, just call the police.
No kidding.
And they're like, well, what are the police going to do? I'm like, well, they're going to tell him to leave, and they're going to watch him walk out, and they're going to make sure that...
make sure you're good.
Make sure you're good. I mean, that's what they're there for. Mm-hmm. So... that's my creepy story.
Another thing, too, because it was bar closed, if you didn't see anybody, them cops would be out there, too. I would at least found one of them, because, there's a ton of them.
Yeah, that's true. They're always flying around.
But you never can find one when you need one.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I did the right thing. I kind of want to post the video just as a, like, hey, be aware of this stuff. There's human trafficking. I don't think that's what was going on, but they talk about that with Uber.
There's creeps out there,
There's creeps, and I'm not saying he would have done anything, but clearly they did not want him in the car. So
that's messed up.
That's the first time that ever happened to me. Almost 3,000 rides.
Yeah, man.
So, well, that was my fun
there you go.
Time. What about you?
I've had some pretty chill rides, basically. See what I did there?
Damn you.
No, it's been a pretty low-key couple of weeks. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary. I did have a couple rides back-to-back that were super loud. I don't do well with the loud XL rides, like when they're just everybody's going nuts.
Yeah.
It's like, quiet down, my word. But then when I dropped them off, each one of them apologized on the way out.
Well, that's nice.
It's like they got it. They knew they were.
Did they say sorry for putting up with us, or sorry for being...
Oh, yeah. They said, thanks for putting up with us. I know we were really loud. Like, yeah, you were, actually. But
was it a short ride at least? Oh, they tipped?
They tipped.
Well, then all is well.
Exactly.
I love you guys. Let's do it again.
Yeah. You can come party in my car anytime. Just tip.
Yeah, the last couple weeks too, still same issues in front of the Bob. I found the video I had of someone double parked on Monroe, picking up or dropping off. I was looking for it earlier this week and I couldn't find it, and then I found it. I don't get it. Like, I mean, What do you
Common
think a
sense.
third? Yeah, common sense. Well, I was thinking, how many people in that Facebook group you think are like a third of the drivers in Grand Rapids are in there? Or you think there's like 600 people? Mm-hmm. So a third of them. So a third of them have to know, at least see that you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Which, again, common sense. But I don't know. Basically, damn it. What you do is I either pick up at the airport. See, the key is catching myself, because then that means I'm working on it.
There you go.
Pick up at the airport. Pick up at the hotel across the street, or on Ottawa.
You talking about the Bob?
The Bob.
Yeah.
I always do the courtyard.
Yep, me too.
I won't do anything else. Or unless they're on live side,
Yeah.
then I'll come down Ottawa, but that's closed up.
It is?
Well, it was.
No. There's
They had it. Well,
It's
the other
one
night
lane.
it had some kind of truck or something blocking it. I couldn't get
okay.
down there.
I actually, when I drop people off the Bob, I drop them off at 20 Monroe Live now. On Ottawa.
I drop them off at the courtyard.
Oh,
This
do
is
ya?
horrible.
Make them
but
walk across the street.
yeah. I stop in the middle of the road, like in the turn lane.
If I'm at a light, I
What?
will.
Yeah.
What turn lane?
There's a turn lane, isn't there? Like a center lane as you're heading towards.
On Fulton?
Yeah. Well, there's one on.
No,
Okay,
you
Monroe.
don't.
Wait, in the middle of the street?
You stop in the middle of the
If
street?
it's not busy.
Well, if it's late, listen. Okay.
You're kidding, right?
No, I've done it a couple of times.
Hey.
He's out of the group.
I'm just being real and honest with y'all.
I appreciate that, but that's dumb.
It's
Well,
easy.
Yeah, but you're going to lose one of your doors for one, because they both go out the side like this. You got bat wings going on. Thanks for listening to the show, guys. Hope you're enjoying it. Just wanted to throw this out here. We do have an offer for a free swag t-shirt from GR Rideshare Podcast, or GR Rideshare Adventures Podcast. We need you to go to iTunes, rate, subscribe, and review. If you do that, send us the correct information that you did that, and we will send you a free t-shirt. I will put a link to the t-shirt in the show notes. There is a cost to it, but your shirt will be free if you do review us on iTunes. I appreciate everyone, and thanks for listening. No,
Again, only when it's not freakishly busy.
It has to be nobody on the road for me to do some stuff like that. Or it's a whole bunch of traffic. It was so much traffic, and I was dropping somebody off at the Bob, and we were actually in front of like Van Andel, and it was taking forever. It was cops
yeah.
and all that. He was like, you know what, we'll just get out. And I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So they just got
yeah,
out.
it always freaks me out when they do that. Like, hey, we'll just get out here. I'm in the middle of traffic. Please don't. It's fine if it's just two people, but if they have to move my seats and
yeah.
stumble out, like,
Oh yeah, you got to exit.
That's,
yeah, that takes too long.
I was still, they were inside the Bob by the time I even got down there. That's how far, like I wasn't moving.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat for sure. And I will pull in that loading zone. It's kind of a little bit of a driveway there if there's no one there. But other than that, I go on 20 Monroe.
Wait, guess what I did today? So you know the subway that's on Monroe? That's right next to the PNC? It's in
Yes.
that like...
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I had a drop today there. It was a stop. So I pulled up, let her out. When nobody behind me, I checked. Let her out. I was like, listen, there's no parking spaces. So I'm going to go hover and
Yeah.
I'll come back around.
Yeah. Just text
So,
me or whatever.
I went down whatever street that was, turned around, and I got in the middle lane,
Yeah.
and I sat there in the middle lane right in front of the subway. Not for her to get in the car, for
Yeah.
somebody to move.
Oh, okay.
So when I looked, and when nobody come in, I swung a U all the way around,
Yep.
and then I parallel parked right in front of the subway.
Okay.
But I sat in the middle of the street, Ben.
Yeah.
You know what? It is what it is. It's a lot of traffic downtown.
It's
Like,
true.
where do you go?
You probably
Yesterday, this is kind of getting off on a little bit of a tangent, but we were at Social. That's the new bar over at Collindale and Lake Michigan Drive.
you were there personally?
I was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, was that
with
what your work
coworkers.
party?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. So there was a semi truck that just stopped in the turn lane, like at the light. Truck driver hops out, walks to Family Fare, and gets some grub, and leaves his truck in the turn lane at the light.
No, I have definitely seen them do it in the turn lane because there's just no way to turn around,
Yeah.
but I've never seen it at the light.
It was at the light.
so it was blocking traffic.
Yeah, so all these cars are like pulling up behind him, and he's not moving, so they have to swerve around him. And
So you saw it from the window in the
yeah,
restaurant?
it was hilarious.
Oh
just
my-
sitting there watching that.
That's terrible.
I've seen them do that, but never to like at a turn light.
Yeah,
What an idiot.
it's ridiculous.
Trying to think of that intersection that you were at. Oh, is that Collindale and
Collindale and Lake Michigan
In Lake
Drive.
Michigan,
yeah,
right
by
there
the
with that family.
Speedway?
Yep.
Speedway, Family
Okay.
Fair, Planet Fitness.
So that's where he
Yeah.
That's a busy little
very
intersection.
busy.
Yeah. He was westbound on Lake Michigan
And
Drive.
then you were going to grab drinks like after work, so that's like 5:30 on a
Yeah.
Friday.
Yep.
Oh, shut up.
What an idiot.
You
So-
should have got a ticket.
It was awesome just sitting there watching it.
And he's probably, what, 15 minutes, right?
No, he was in and
He was
out in
quicker
about
than that?
5 to 10 minutes.
Huh.
So
Yeah, he probably looks, there's got to be room in that family fair. I mean,
they have trucks that deliver food.
that's what I was just going to say. So,
He didn't try.
the CC with the airport, we talked about it today. Just our thoughts on how slow it is right now and how the airport queue is building up. The other night it was at 24. I took a picture of it. And you was like, you're not doing airports, you're not waiting there anymore. And I agree with you, but I will wait a little bit. If I'm 4 or 5 and under, I will wait. But if I'm above that, I will still stay there. But if I get a ping somewhere else, I will take it.
This is my thing. I'm all about being productive.
Right.
And if I'm by that way, like if I'm dropping somebody off or in that area, Gibbers or whatever, I'll swing around there and CQ because going wherever. I don't even pull up the flight manifest anymore because it's always a ton of people there, and I'm like, you guys are so counterproductive, and I'm talking about more than 5. We're talking about in the teens.
Yeah,
and
to
10
even
and
to
more.
let it get that high, and I think your point is you're a full-time driver. We're part-time. I mean, not that the money doesn't help for my bills, but I don't have to feed my family with it, and so I can sit there and wait. Maybe I will get a unicorn if I sit there and wait, but I probably won't. But you have to go. You have to stay busy and productive. You can't sit there for an hour and not make any money. Me
and Phil sat there one time, and we were there, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so. And I had to tell him, I was like, look,
I gotta go.
And it wasn't in the teens or anything like that. I think we were like 3 and 4.
Right.
But it was just too many people. And then what I don't like, the thing that makes me upset, is that there'll be a whole bunch of people, Lyft and Uber there, and they're declining rides.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you're sitting there, people actually need to be somewhere, and you got a group of people sitting there declining rides. Then if you're going to sit there and decline all them rides, then you don't need to drive.
Guilty.
Because that's exactly how I
do.
feel. And I get if it's just a couple people and there's flights coming in and it's close, that's fine. But I'm talking about the people that just literally camp out there.
Yeah.
And you're declining rides for people that need rides. You wouldn't have any requests if they didn't need to be anywhere.
Right.
And this is my thing too. If you've been there for a long time, they have that new thing now where if you sit there for 15 minutes, it keeps you your placement. So why don't you go get a ride real quick and come back because you're gonna still be sitting there.
What did you say?
Yeah, you didn't know the short ride thing. You'll keep
you
your place in the queue.
Only if you get notified with a short ride. She's saying if you sit there for 15 minutes and don't get a ride, that you can come back and get right back in the queue.
No, because if I do like a short ride, I can still come back. Not just the airport. Like it's like if you're sitting there, that happened to me.
Oh, but I think it has to tell you that it's a short ride and will keep you
when
in the
it
queue.
flashes on the screen.
I don't think if you just take one, I don't think it puts you back in.
I've never seen it tell me it was a short ride.
Yeah, he got a couple last
I
night.
did too.
And it says
They weren't
short
short
ride.
either.
Well, it says this is a short ride. We'll hold your place in the
for
queue when
6
you come
hours.
back.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
For 6 hours. So
I was number 1 in the queue.
Yeah, so he took a short ride and he could go and work for 4 hours, come back, he'd be number 1 when he rolled back in there. They'd bump whoever was number 1 down
But
to number 2.
you have to stay online. You can't sign off.
Yeah, the second you hit, if you took a Lyft ride or whatever and signed off for Uber,
that knocks you out if you do both.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of nice. I did one ride from an apartment complex by the Railside Brewery in Caledonia.
How is that a short ride?
I know.
It's probably what, $8? $7?
From that apartment complex to the brewery.
Oh, it's probably short.
It was a tiny little ride.
Okay, so that's what they're counting as a short ride, not you traveling from the airport to pick a passenger up.
That's what I thought, but no.
That's what I thought too.
It's you just get pinged for a short little ride.
Oh, so
I had to go down to Caledonia.
Okay.
And then I took him from his apartment complex. He's like, dude, I could have walked.
Oh.
He's like, but it's so effing hot. I just don't feel like walking. I was like, okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
So it was a minimum fare ride, $2.88. But he tipped me $5 on the app.
Oh,
Yep.
that works out. Yeah.
And then I got another request from that same area. No. Then I got another short request from a factory across the street from the airport. And he was going back to that same area, to that apartment complex area. So I did that ride. And then I'm just like, please let me get back to the airport so I can get an airport ride.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I got one just as I was coming up to the airport again.
Yeah, he had a rough night until you got that Rothbury ride.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. You came out a little bit late though, didn't you?
I did. I didn't start until probably 10.
Oh. Shut up then.
Yeah.
You did better than me, and I started at like 7:30. So, and then the last thing is the electric forest. Honestly, I've only done one ride there. Last weekend I did airport, did not get a ride there, and last night did not get a ride there, and got a lucky one today. So, it's a long ride. And she kind of dozed off. She had come from San Francisco on a midnight flight for her.
Oh, wow. So
then she loses 3 hours, didn't sleep on the plane, and then going up there. So she dozed off, and I'm like, oh man, I need someone to talk to me. Yeah. I can't imagine driving back from that at night, because I was tired last night when
it was bad.
2:00 came around. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the gal I picked up flew in from Houston and was going to the electric forest.
So I wonder.
She didn't even have a ticket.
They're selling tickets there, at least where I went.
It's a ticket booth.
Yeah.
No, these are guys at the.
Oh no, I saw all the little scalpers people, but it was a ticket booth too, an ATM.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I saw that. That's where I dropped her off.
Yeah, this girl was in. So she said that she bought $1,000 festival pass, and it gets you into 1,000 or like 500 different festivals nationwide.
Really?
And I'm like, what do you guys do for a living?
Ooh.
And like a flight from San Francisco plus, I'm like,
It's not
wow,
serious.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
And a lot
that.
of travel.
A lot of travel, and she's coming home on Monday. She only came for today, well, from noon to whatever, and then tomorrow. And her boyfriend's been here since Wednesday. So
They're going to be miserable. I'm sorry.
It's so hot.
And for us that's going to get them tomorrow, they're going to be hot and miserable and musty.
I've reevaluated tomorrow. I think I might take the day off.
Yeah.
I'm a little tired. I'm going to be honest with
And
you.
the amount of gas to get out there in an XL vehicle, it's a lot.
Yeah. I did, when I filled up today, I have a mileage tracking app that keeps track of my maintenance and everything like that. I got almost 20 miles to the gallon on that last tank because of I went to Grand Haven, and then today I went to, but yeah, I was hauling on the highway. I'm usually not a speeder. I was not on the way there. I was 75. On the way back, I was like 80 to 82 trying to get back.
Yeah, I was playing the electro dance whatever scene music.
Oh, really?
Just to stay awake on the way back.
Yeah, she asked, she goes, are you into EDM? I'm like, nah, it's not my scene. Why does everyone say that? I'm like,
because it's not my scene.
No, I like rock and roll. I like some rap. I like pretty much everything but that kind of music.
Yeah.
Well, the guys I picked up were from New York, and they took like a bootleg Greyhound from Chinatown. And they said when they first got on the bus that it broke down.
Oh, man.
And they still got on it. And then it was just dropping people off at gas stations. And then at some point it switched over to a white van.
So they sent a van to come pick the rest of them up?
Yeah. And they got dropped off at Fat Man's. Because that's where my pickup was. And that was my first long Lyft ride. So I was like, oh, it does tell you. Cool.
Yeah.
And I went to pick them up, and he's telling me the story and all that. He doesn't know how he's getting home.
It's just a vagabond.
It's the drifters. Well, drifters with money.
Yeah.
And the guy that was with him, it was two of them, he met him on the bus.
Oh, that's great.
That happens a lot. Yeah. There was that guy I took to Grand Haven. He was talking to a guy at the airport, and he's like, yeah, he's from Chicago. He doesn't have any tickets. He's going to the Electric Forest. I'm like, unless it's just, I mean, my guess is, and I don't want to be stereotyped, but there's probably just a lot of drugs, right? So you just do drugs, and then it's just the EDM makes it much better
it's
when you
drugs, sex, and EDM.
He asked me, did I want to get high in my car?
And you said,
Absolutely not.
Maybe. No, I'm just teasing.
I was looking at him like, do you want me high driving you?
Right.
No.
Did you see that video that Nick shared with us about the Uber driver that took a hit on a bong from a passenger
No.
and then got so high that the passenger had to finish the ride?
Shut up.
You think that's real?
I think it was.
This
This guy posts all kinds of crazy
Well,
stuff.
First
like
of all, you
that.
don't know what that was for real. And then what if he didn't smoke weed for real?
Yeah. That's
Like,
true.
what if he's never...
That's
Yeah.
probably why the guy had to
He
drive.
he was kind of choking after he took a hit on it,
Well, jeez.
and then
It's a bong. It wasn't even like a joint. It was a bong.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
even know what to do with that.
And then he was at a green light. Well, he was stopped at a light, and it turned green. He didn't go. He just sat there. And that's when the passenger was like, "Hey, bro, you good? You want me to drive?" And the driver's like, "Yeah, man, get in."
So what happened on the way home?
So where did he post that video? We should have.
It was in Telegram,
It was in Telegram.
so it was something.
Shut up. And so they actually showed the video of him taking a hit?
Yeah. Oh
See if
yeah.
I can find it. Did he post it in the main group?
That's
That's going to be tough.
That's
how about
terrible.
I'll look for it too.
Yeah, hold on. Anyways, yeah, I'll let you look for it because it'll take me forever. This group has had, I love the data. You see it up there? 11,673 voice messages,
That's awesome.
140 links, 11 videos, 921 photos. You see, I have the notifications off on this because,
I had to turn mine off too. 'cause
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
be going.
yeah, we'd be going crazy. So yeah, the Electric Forest. I think it's been good. I'd be interested to see how many people. Maybe we'll do a Facebook poll on Monday and ask how many people took rides to the Electric Forest. I'm still debating on tomorrow. It's a long ways up there.
It is.
It's a long ways up there to not get a ride right away and then wait. Let's say you wait an hour. So then you're in 2 hours in of, it's tempting because it could prime time. You never know.
That's why I kept asking, like, when are they going to be done?
Well,
Because
did you hear that the shuttle doesn't run tomorrow? It's only Monday. The girl told me it's Fridays and Mondays. So,
are they really going to leave tomorrow?
well, I assume some people have a job to get to on Monday.
Seriously, you would
I mean,
think
you would
so.
think
It's
they're.
time off work for that.
Well, this girl, I'm actually impressed that she worked all week and then flew in on Saturday. She is taking Monday off, but although it is a holiday week, so maybe people are taking more time off. But well, if you do, let us know. I'd be interested. I mean, I'm kicking it around. I woke up at 7 and I didn't try to go back to sleep, and that was a terrible idea.
You
Because
should have gone to sleep.
I know I have trouble. My kids get me up early, and I just can't sleep in anymore. So
I think you're old.
yeah, I am. All right, we're going to transition into rideshare in the news. These are, I almost said it, I caught myself. These are articles that we've, it picked up over the last couple of weeks and stuff like that. So this one's just kind of a, did you find it?
I did. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it into my private one. We'll before we transition,
All right.
we'll do it.
It's this YouTuber, Supreme Patty.
Okay.
He's got all kinds of crazy videos.
All right, let's see here. Just the picture first.
I know, right?
This can't be real, though.
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna play. I'll give you my final result after we're done.
I didn't think it was, but yeah.
Dude, Uber, he's...
Patrick? What's crack-a-lackin'? Yes. Hey, that's me. Just going to get some quick munchies. Okay. Do you smoke weed?
Sometimes.
Yeah?
Oh,
Fake,
shit.
No.
fake.
No. You
Why
have to
you
see his other
stopped
videos.
all of a sudden.
The gas. You gotta rip it, bro. You gotta womp it. Breathe in, my guy. Breathe in, my
Oh no, that's a big rip.
guy. You good? You good, bro? You sure? Yo, boss, it's green. Boss, it's green. Bro, what's the
Freaking high.
That guy does math.
You drive.
That's
Patty
Patty,
Uber?
Who's Patty?
Good, bro?
the guy
Patty
that's
whipping the
driving
Uber.
now. This guy. If you watch his other videos, they're absolutely ridiculous.
So is he can't still be an Uber driver?
I don't know.
I'm gonna watch one more.
Hey, yo, Mike, what's up, big bro? How you been? Ain't seen you in a while.
What's up, my man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty
Long
good.
time no see, huh?
No.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
How much is this big bong you got right here?
This big bong is $500.
That's a little steep.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to get it for free?
Hey, why don't you call your bitches and wet pussy? Bring in wet.
Whoa, whoa.
Nope.
Whoa.
It's fake. Sorry about that.
We might have to edit that segment.
Didn't think that was coming.
Nope, I didn't. I think he's full
But
of
look at
crap.
the hashtag. Maybe you should have.
Let's see. Oh, I didn't even see that. Hey, vey. All right. That took a weird turn.
Jeez.
I don't think it's real.
I don't know.
It completely set up.
First of all, and then why would you even risk your whole being able to drive for Uber for that?
Yeah, if he didn't know those guys, like, he's like, okay. And you had to see the other guy videotaping. Like, why would you rip a bong being videotaped?
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to think it.
I know you do. Wow. That got crazy. All right. To dumbass dads. This is a Indiana dad accused of giving his teen a loaded gun for safety during a Lyft ride. Hi, Lucy. It's going to be an ad. I bet you
He is
$50.
accused of giving his 14-year-old son a loaded gun because he didn't like the appearance of a Lyft driver. The Vanderburgh County, Indiana sheriff says Adam Meese is charged with neglect and providing a gun to a child. Investigators say Meese told them he had been drinking alcohol Tuesday night and couldn't drive his son to the home of the boy's mother. He decided to call Lyft. The boy then gave the gun to his mother after the ride. Meese couldn't be reached for comment. The water man is accused of giving his...
Look at that guy's eyes. Did you notice that?
Creepy.
That is so creepy.
Okay, so-
One eye is different color.
Yeah, he's like a Malamute dog.
So are we going to address the elephant in the room? We're not supposed to take minors. So this ride shouldn't even happen.
Well,
in the first
yeah, I
place.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I was just more...
A 14-year-old son.
Because this could have been eliminated right then.
Yep, if the driver... Although, there's some big 14-year-olds.
And he could have did a round trip. He could have rolled with him and then rode
Yeah.
back.
I don't
Yeah.
care if you're drunk. We drive drunk people all the time.
That's true.
Get in the car.
Ain't no way in
true.
the world. So shame on the Lyft driver
Yes.
because that was a 14-year-old boy.
And
This
my-
wouldn't have even happened.
Yeah, and my guess is that there's some sort of divorce between these two or baby mama, and she's like, oh, really? Oh, dad's going to jail.
Yeah. Revenge.
So, yeah, that guy, they're all idiots. Everyone's an idiot except the 14-year-old kid's an idiot, too. He should have not taken the gun and said, yeah, this is not
I mean, what do you do when you have a drunk parent forcing a gun on you?
true. I know, but I'm just going to be the one to say it. He was an idiot, too. So this one is about Uber is experimenting with letting riders wait longer for cheaper fares. I'll click on it. I don't believe there's any video, but what do you think about that? Do you think that it is something that is, I mean, here's the thing. Is it going to make the driver, is the cheaper fare going to filter down to the driver? My point is,
exactly.
so if a minimum fare is mine's $2.52, yours is more because you're 20%, but if it's $2.52, but they're going to wait longer and they're only going to pay whatever their cut is, they're going to pay less. Does our minimum fare go down? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It didn't really say in the article. So this guy took a screenshot of it. It was deleted, but you can view it.
You can archive the
Yeah.
version.
This is new, and I'm not complaining. Prices are lower at 5 o'clock. If you're okay leaving later, we'll request your ride at 5 o'clock for a lower price. So, I don't know. I
wonder if that's just calculating when surge is going to be done or what.
I'm sure that's what it is. I just want to know if it affects me.
Yeah,
I don't
for
care.
sure.
If they want to wait and it's cheaper for them, great. But if it's less money for me,
Yeah.
my guess is that it's going to be. If the fare is $7, it's going to be, we're going to get, 28% of that $7.
Yep.
So, thoughts, CC? You're kind of quiet over there. I know I talk a lot too, so you just interrupt me.
I'm just processing this because there's so many things that happen. Everybody always asks me which one do we like driving for, and I'm like, they both jip us.
Yeah, I always say Lyft, but gosh, doesn't that question get annoying? Because they see my sign that says Lyft Uber.
Yep,
Which one do you like the best? I always say Lyft because I get paid more. But yeah. Interesting. Oh, there it is right there. But what's crazy is the time is not that big a deal. We're talking 4 minutes, right? 6:05 and 6:09. So you can save $3. I do it.
Yeah.
Is it because the surge is going down?
I don't
Must
know.
be. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they can predict when it's going to drop off, which is super.
All the surges are fake anyway, so.
Yeah, that's true. They're ripping us off and them off. But we'll see. One of those Uber things. Apparently, they didn't want it to get out. But, this is what I want to talk about. It kind of has something to do with that. I believe there should be a lower tier than UberX.
Uber Pool.
Well, not quite.
Okay, go on.
Because that's not going to work in Grand Rapids.
It's true. There's
Nope.
not enough
Pool
demand.
will never come here. I want a tier where the rider, does not care what kind of car it is. They don't care if you smoke in it. They just don't care. They don't care if you're missing hubcaps, whatever.
Yeah.
They
point A
just want to
point B.
get to work, don't care. I think there should be a tier for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, many people will say, well, that is UberX, and then
Nope.
Uber Select is your tier where you're blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I think there should be I don't care what kind of car I get, just get me to work tier.
I'm sorry. My car is so tricked out and nice and clean. And
I know.
whatnot that, they're surprised that I'm an ex.
Right. No, I get the same thing. And I've been in, and you've heard my stories about that shitty Lyft ride I got into, and it was just terrible. No headlight out, which I get it. It happens. But it was a snowy night. If my headlight's out, I'm
just
going
stop
home.
driving.
I'm going home.
It's a safety hazard.
Yes, I cannot believe we continued that ride. That's where you talked about how surprised you were that I said something to that guy. That's the same thing. Why I didn't say something to that driver and be like, "Hey, we're done.
Yeah.
Can we
let's
get out
end
here?"
this.
Like, I don't even want to go anymore. But I didn't, which I should have because I'm an idiot.
Did you report him?
Oh yeah. So the Lyft ride down there, I'm sure you don't remember, but I'll just recap it real quick. Was a 4-door like utility Ford van.
And didn't he have like windows?
He had windows in the back, so apparently he installed windows, which I'm okay with. They were locked in place, but the problem is they were right by the back of our heads. So if we got rear-ended, those windows were coming right here.
Yeah.
So I reported him. I got my money back from that one. The one on the way back where with the headlight out, it smelled like smoke. I did not get my money back, but I one-starred him. Now, I did not one-star the guy with the windows. I just said, come on, guys. He's driving
Seriously.
a construction vehicle. Like,
That's
I'm not blaming the guy. He's just trying to make his money. I was more pissed at Lyft.
Why did they approve that?
yeah.
I know. That's
no
why I was
kidding.
pissed at Lyft. I'm like,
Well, I think you should be pissed at the mechanics that approved it.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, let's be honest.
But it falls into the right specs.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a 4-door.
Yep.
I mean, that's all. You see 4-door lifted trucks out there.
Yeah.
My wife and mother-in-law and daughter took a lifted, and I don't know why they didn't cancel, a lifted pickup truck in Chicago. Like lifted, like my wife had to push my mother-in-law in from like on her booty to get her in. I mean, why did that get approved? Because it falls into the specs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. My vote for lower tier. I'll call them poverty UberX. Don't care. Just need to get to work. So
Poober.
poop. See, t-shirt #poober. All right, this one. Ben shared this one about you can't. I didn't even know you could do this. So
Yeah.
that's how old I am. You can no longer book Uber rides inside Google Maps.
You cannot book Lyft either.
You can't?
Nope.
I'm
It
sorry.
will open up in a Lyft, or it'll take you to the app.
Okay.
But before, you could open up Google Maps and just request the ride right in the Google app.
Okay.
Like they had the Uber API. And the
So it was
Lyft
all
API.
connected. You did never have to.
You didn't have to leave the Google Maps app at all. And now they changed it.
and they don't know why, and I didn't know it was Lyft too. So I thought I had read somewhere that Lyft invested into Google or vice versa. No, Lyft wouldn't invest into Google. It'd be Google into. Maybe they're coming out with their own. Because why would you take it away?
Yeah, it makes me wonder if Google is like trying to start their own.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you take it away?
Yeah.
Here, let me get all your data, and then I'm gonna quit it.
Yep.
One other thing I posted in here is that that one too. that Google Maps is about to get Waze best feature. So, what do you use for? We talked about this. You use the in-app and navigation, right?
I try to do Waze, and I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I have Waze up when I'm not driving.
Well, why don't you do it when you're driving?
I don't like the navigation. Like, it looks different when you're not actually on a ride. Like, you can see the traffic and all that stuff, but I don't like it when I don't like it. And then it seems delayed to me for some reason.
Yeah, in the last month or so, I've noticed a little bit of a delay when you're turning. I'm not sure. That's not common. It doesn't happen all the time, but so I didn't read this, and I'm terrible.
Basically, the crowdsourced features of sharing about hazards.
Okay, that's what they're bringing
speed
over.
Traps, etc.
Okay. I actually don't care about the hazards or the speed traps. I like it that when someone posts that it's heavy traffic, and then all of a sudden Waze starts working. They're like, okay, there's another post, and I'm coming 15 miles down the road, and they're like, hey, we're going to jump you off here. That's what I like about it. I could care less about the cops or the...
I used it the other day because I had to go across town, like from Walker down to Burton and Kalamazoo.
Okay.
So Waze had me take the weirdest route. I would have never thought to take it.
No.
But it worked.
Yes, you have to trust Waze. There will be times where they have me get off the exit and get back on the exit right at the same exit. So you're driving down the road, you get off, then you get back on just to skip.
And you pass that, whatever it was.
Yeah, like,
So it took me from Lake Michigan Drive to 196. I was like, sweet, I'll get on eastbound and probably it'll take me to 131. Well, no, it told me to go west on 196 to Market.
Okay.
And then it took me on the side streets from Market all the way to Burton and Kalamazoo. But my car was moving the entire time. Like, I didn't stop and go. So it worked.
So technically, I bet it was a longer distance, but the time was
less
quicker.
Time, yeah.
But I wonder where I wish there was a threshold. Like, you could say, is this going to save me 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes? If it's going to save me 1 minute, just keep me on the path. Seriously. I don't care. 5 minutes? Okay, let's talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's smart enough to do that, but that would be cool.
Yeah.
I've gotten burned by not trusting Waze, so my wife and I always say, trust the Waze.
Yep, there you
Trust
go.
them. Ben almost went to work today because Ben didn't use Google Maps to get to my house or Waze.
It was the second time.
Second time. He thinks he's going to work.
It's just ingrained in my head. Anytime
Because
I'm on 96.
But I think what it is you use Google or use your GPS for everything else except going to work, right?
Yeah.
So when you're going to work when you not using your maps, you think you're going to work.
Yep. So I just buzzed right by the 131 South exit. I'm like, oh, I'm going to Jason's house. Well, I guess I better hop on Alpine and...
Well, for the next 3 months, that won't happen because July 5, they're closing that down.
I know.
So
it's horrible.
Westbound's getting shut down.
Yep, eastbound has been shut down.
Yeah.
And that's been a pain.
Honestly, what did they do? They redid the entrance in like a quarter of a mile?
Yeah, not even a very long stretch. It's just over the river. They redid the bridge. And
Okay, the
then
bridge.
They repaved between Plainfield and 131.
Okay.
So nothing
major.
No.
Oops, wrong button. What happened? Struggle bus. So this one is about a lesbian couple kissed during Pride Week and some guy like kicked him out. Oops.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a short video on it from their point of view.
You can't do that.
No.
Actually, you can.
I mean, it's your car. You can do what you want to do, but it's not professional.
It's not professional, but the Uber terms of service allow you to do that.
To do what?
We're mandatory to have all kind of small donkeys and service animals, but we can kick out a lesbian couple?
So the terms of service essentially say that if there are passengers engaging in touching or sexual or romantic exchanges, you can ask them to get out of your car.
Okay.
Now, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but
Trying to find the
to
video.
the story.
Yeah, I'm
You think this is more because they were lesbians more than them
Yeah.
touching?
Probably.
Yeah. Well, let me hold on. I don't know if this is.
That should be the video after this long ad.
And I have no sound because I'm an idiot.
No, you're
No, it's
muted.
muted.
On the
It's
video.
muted on the screen.
Thank you.
What's the issue?
I said you first time, but don't do it. You do
So
you
is
do
it illegal for an Uber?
It is illegal. You don't do that.
Kissing is not illegal.
Yeah, it is illegal.
No, it's not.
You don't do that here in the car.
What are you are you anyone can kiss in an
I am
Uber.
sick.
You are sick.
You're not allowed to do this.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
You
no.
call
No, we're
911?
filming you. Then. Sir, what?
He's an
why
old
are we
taxi
not allowed
driver.
to kiss in an Uber?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Why are we not allowed?
It's disrespectful.
What's disrespectful? What's disrespectful?
It's disrespectful.
To who?
Is it
To you?
policy?
I don't want to argue with you. Just
You
get
just
out of my car. Just get out of my car.
no. I want to understand. What did we do wrong? Nothing is illegal. We're not. It's not illegal to kiss in New York. Get off of her phone. Don't f***ing touch her.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
No,
Should have just walked
I
away,
know,
dude.
we're taking a video of you.
Yeah.
I'm reporting you.
He's-
You're gonna get
and-
fired.
Okay, don't
He's overstepped
I'm gonna
his
get you
bounds.
Yeah, he did
fired.
a
Can we
little
call
bit.
the cops right now, actually, before we close
No,
the
no,
door?
no. We can't call the
You know what?
cops.
I'm gonna call.
No, no.
I want to.
No. We'll report him to Uber. It's okay.
No,
It's okay.
I want to call.
I'm a son.
I don't give
Report you.
Okay, so they were both idiots.
Yeah. There's better
They were
ways of
being
handling this.
they were way out of line. So this is. Do you think it was something to do with his religion?
Probably.
because
I think
of
that
the
might have
women
factored
thing?
into it.
I think it did. I think when he said it was disrespectful, my guess is that's what it was. But they were acting. They should have just walked away.
Yeah.
And he should have been like, "Hey, I don't like it. Can you please get out of my car?" And then when he grabbed the phone, tried to grab the phone, I mean,
That's too much.
right? He probably
Way
got
too much.
deactivated, which kind of sucks because
Yeah.
they both were idiots. So
I've had a very similar situation. I picked up a lesbian couple. They didn't just exchange a peck on the lips. Like, they were full on making out in my back seat.
yeah,
And I'm like, well, I don't really know what to do about this, so I'm just going to get them home and not say anything. So I just dropped them off and went on with my night.
right. I don't think it really has anything to do with them being a lesbian.
Yeah.
I think he just didn't like the PDA, but maybe it's because they were women. I mean,
And the PDA thing, in that culture, you are there. You don't.
There is none.
You
There's
don't
none.
do PDA if
Not at
you
all.
are Muslim.
and I've had people make out in my car, and it's cool. The problem is I don't know
It's
how.
cool.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. See, what we should do is listen to this and take clips and then put it at the beginning and be like, remember what that was from? So I'm fine with it as long as it stays at that level. But the problem is, how do you know?
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
driving. and
You're
they're
driving
behind
and it's
you.
dark. I mean, you can hear the smooches. Yeah. I had one. It was a younger couple and she sat on his lap.
Oh my gosh.
I had one mount someone in my backseat.
Yeah,
and
see-
I pulled my car over.
Yeah. That's when it's a
Yeah,
game changer.
you're
when
done.
It's not safe now.
Right.
You're not even in your seat.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. If they're, I should have made them two get in their seats now that I think about it. I just wanted to get them out of my car.
Yeah.
But they were real young. But I agree. If you're not in your seat, come on.
Seriously.
This, oh my gosh.
And they did exactly what I told them to do. I pulled over. I'm like, that's what I can't have you doing. I need you to sit down.
And they did?
They ain't had no choice.
Well, I mean, at least they did.
Like, listen, that was the ultimatum.
Right.
Like, you either get out now or you sit down.
Yeah.
Like, we're only down the street from your house. Can you make it?
Yeah.
you-
I don't.
You can't not
Just
touch each
wait.
other.
You know, I'll be honest. I've been intoxicated with my wife, and I've been super handsy, and it is what it is. But you can't do it. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you want to do it in front? Like, not
Some
do
people,
it.
some
but
people like an audience.
That's
Unfortunately,
weird. But I think they were both wrong, and we never hear the follow-ups, all this stuff, and I really think that those girls egged him on. But we also don't know what terrible things he said before the video started
Yeah.
rolling, so
You-
he could
you
have
never
been
know.
like super bad.
Yeah.
So,
It's true.
and then the last thing is the Wood TV8 story. Well, everyone posts about it, but
Yeah. The-
Uber driver was streaming the voice just before the crash where that car did not, or that self-driving car hit that woman.
Pause.
What?
Did you see a picture of the woman driver?
Oh, yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Wait, what?
Okay, so this is the Uber self-driving car that they were testing, like doing a beta test. And
Stop it. Sorry.
so they had an employee of Uber sitting behind the wheel in this self-driving car. And the car collided with a cyclist.
You didn't hear about this?
You can't override the vehicle?
Oh,
Well,
you
that's
can.
the thing.
But she was watching
too busy watching
a
the
show.
voice.
Oh, so did she get in trouble?
Oh, I'm sure
yeah.
she is now.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Wait, she was...
Cece's getting it.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
So
I mean, there's a video.
Did they kill the person?
I saw a video, yeah.
no.
Oh, wait, did they really kill somebody?
Yeah,
she
So
died.
I thought they just hit him. So
Oh no,
that's not funny.
they died.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's not funny. It's not funny
I
at
was
all.
just laughing at the point that she thought that was okay.
There's,
watched that video.
You could. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
you can look for it. I don't know where it is. I don't know if I want to see a video though.
No, not a video of. It's a video of the driver.
Oh, okay.
Distracted.
I'm okay with that.
First of all, why do we have self-driving vehicles?
Well, that's what that's what Uber's doing.
Okay, so they trying to put us out of business?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're trying to take the driver out of it. Then it will be people that own fleets of cars that are self-driving. You'll be an owner. You could own a car, but it'll be a self-driving car, and you'll sit at home.
Yep. And they'll just go out and make the money.
You know, I don't think I'm ever going to feel comfortable with that.
No, I'm not going to either. Gosh, where is that freaking stat? There was a stat that says she looked at her phone like
7 seconds or something.
Yeah, but this isn't the right one.
So she didn't have to. She didn't have to do nothing. She didn't even have to steer or nothing.
No. All she had to do was make sure she had to, if she needed to take evasive action, she would take it. So basically what it is she probably got comfortable with the car doing awesome. Like, it probably wasn't her first time doing it, so she probably had thousands of rides where the car was doing absolutely fine, did everything right. So she's like, oh, I'll just watch the voice. And
Cool.
It's something that a machine just can't do. They can't have reflexes. You can put sensors all you want to, but there's nothing that's going to be better than the human reflex.
I disagree. I completely disagree.
Well, the car then stopped.
The technology is close, but it's not there yet. In 2 years, it'll be there.
Right now, it's not.
It's not.
Because clearly they had her in the car.
Right. They don't trust it fully yet. And
for good reason.
did you find it?
I did.
Okay.
Let me share this with you.
It said, okay, it said, the autonomous driving system on Uber's Volvo spotted Herzberg about 6 seconds before hitting her, but did not stop because the system used to automatically apply brakes in potential dangerous situation had been disabled? Whoa, I did not read that. The system is disabled while Uber's cars are under computer control to reduce the potential for erratic behavior. The Uber relies on the human driver to intervene.
See?
Oh, I did not know that.
She can't be watching nothing if the car
Yeah,
doesn't know.
but then look at this. But the system is not designed to alert the driver. What do you...
She has to be alert.
Yeah, but I mean, why are...
My car alerts me if I'm about to get in an accident.
Does it?
Yeah, like it'll beep. Like if I'm getting too close to a car in front of me, there's technology out there.
I cannot believe I didn't read... I mean, I skimmed it, but that is so dumb.
So she needed to pay attention.
She needed it.
And
So
she knew it.
So she knew, yeah. When you read that, she knew that she had to pay attention.
She is being criminally charged.
She's going to
Oh,
jail.
she is?
She's
That's
going
what
to
I
jail.
heard.
Where'd you...
Hands down, going to jail.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's not it. Sorry. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, TMZ.
So there is exterior view.
Oh, good. They didn't.
Interior. This is horrible. Look at her. Not even paying attention to the road. Looks down.
Okay, TMZ with their freaking jeez.
It's so dramatic.
It was so dramatic. Jeez, I can't believe TMZ didn't have autoplay. I was expecting another video. Yeah, I don't know.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
First of all, biker.
Well, I think it was like a homeless lady. Wasn't?
I don't know.
No?
Looked like a child.
No, it wasn't a child.
a
It
but
was a bike, though, right?
It was
yeah,
a bike.
she was walking the bike across the street.
Yeah. In the dark. I mean, that wasn't very smart.
No.
But still.
If she was looking up, she would have seen it.
So I will
Yeah,
let you know
exactly.
that if you're right.
Because
If-
she would have seen it in the peripheral.
If you cross the street in the dark, not in a crosswalk, and you hit them and you were paying attention and everything, you're not getting charged.
No.
It's that person's fault. But since she was not, I mean, there's evidence that she was
Yeah.
not
Oh, yeah.
paying attention, she will be charged.
And all of that dash cam footage was subpoenaed. And
I'm
that's-
sure.
I'm sure it was.
That's how she was charged.
I'm not going to throw her entirely under the bus because we use our phones when we drive.
But
and
we don't
I'm
sit there
throwing her
and
under the bus.
watch.
I'm not.
We don't
I'm gonna
sit
back
there
up
and
on her.
watch The Voice.
That is true. I have never streamed video while I was driving.
No.
But we
Ugh.
do look at our phones.
I
Yes.
glance at my phone to make sure I'm going the right way. Like, how many miles do I have? And this, and that. Those are like second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think they should work on technology. Now, they do have voice activated a lot of stuff, but that's where they need to work on it. Look at all these distracted drivers. If they could have a phone where you'd be like, say this, do this, like everything, that'd be awesome. That's just my personal laziness.
Okay, Google.
And I
Yeah.
don't like hearing the directions.
I don't either. I turn them
I
off.
turn them off.
It's so annoying.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't want my rider hearing the directions.
Yeah. Yeah. I started with that and I was like, this is obnoxious to me. They must hate it. So I turned it off. But so that's it for the that was a long I forgot to start the timer. The timer I bought on Amazon. Ben, you let me
Jason.
down.
I was looking at it.
Oh, you
I didn't
jerk.
want to say anything.
So
but,
Ben posted this. This is under our tip time segment. We need to come up with some like music. Tip time for Uber and Lyft.
Wow.
did that just happen?
That just happened. So this guy, I like it. So I'm gonna read it. Or Ben, do you want to read it?
I'll read it.
Let Ben read it.
Um,
He posted in a national group.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
It's like half. Okay.
Just
I got
page
it.
down. You'll find it. I know. It's just a screenshot. So
Rideshare is like any other job. 1% will be highly successful, then go on to peddle their knowledge on YouTube or blogs and essentially never drive again, earning money off referrals and ad revenue. He did not mention podcasts. Shame on him.
But it's kind of, I mean,
it's true.
we're pioneers.
Yeah. 19% will learn all aspects of how the Uber and Lyft system works, when and where to drive, focus on their strategy, and make some decent money for themselves. Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other 80% have no clue WTF they are doing, alternating between complaining and asking dumb questions. LC. Ooh, that just got real. Never really getting a grasp of how anything actually works. They will get on a treadmill of indentured servitude. And
That's a little harsh, by the
Yeah.
way. But anyways,
and debt by renting a car, which is horrible, or constantly chasing absurd bonuses. Instead of using their time to learn the system, they will say things like, just drive, or it all adds up, or it's luck.
it is some of it is luck, by the way.
Can you let me finish?
Sorry.
reading? Gosh. Most of this group will burn out within 3 months, but the ones who stick around will resort to posting lame video.
Can't
Sorry.
even get through it.
Woo! The ones who stick around will resort to posting lame videos of fat people in G-strings, never realizing it is their own wasted time and unproductive habits that are to blame for being at the bottom of the barrel.
I have a lot to say. I do.
Okay.
All right. First of all, before I started driving, I spent 2 whole days doing research, asking questions, watching productive videos,
Yeah.
getting all the tips that I can. 2 days. Okay. And
That's
I
a lot
took
of time.
notes. I did all of that stuff. I didn't take everything, but I made sure, the nuggets that I needed.
Yeah.
I made sure I took my butts in my insurance and made sure I got the endorsement, and I made sure I did all of these things before I got behind that wheel.
Yeah.
And I am going to be the 19 and the 1%.
Yep.
And it amazes me that I read the things that I read. I hate these groups. So I hate, I had somebody and I was reading and they were like, oh, I've been out here for 2 hours and I only made like $14.
What
Lies.
are you doing?
Lies. Lies. Okay, lies. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't know what you should just stop. Just throw
Right.
your whole car away because
Throw your-
I don't
Set it on fire and
I
walk
don't
away.
understand. I average anywhere between $18 to $30 an hour doing what I do, and I drive normal. And everybody asks me what I do, and I don't. I let the rides do what they do. I also drive at certain times,
But you're in the
Yep.
right place at the right time.
right? But it's not luck. Yeah,
No.
every now and then we can get those rides,
well,
whatever. But we're
it's
in
the
a
luck at the
position-
airport.
It is.
We're in the position, but we put ourselves in that position to get that.
Yeah.
Right.
You get it's a difference. We
Yeah.
know to work the airport.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a strategy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's not that it's just luck. Like you were just like da da da, and all of a sudden it fell in your
True.
lap.
There is always some skill behind everything.
That's
we do.
a skill.
Let's
Right.
just go downtown and wait for rides.
No, but the fact that I've read some nonsense like that and people complaining and griping, they talking about there's no money in it. I don't care what you say. I still bring home $750 a week. Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
So don't tell me. And then they was like, oh, the summer's slow. The summer's slow for you. It's not slow for me. And there's a whole hundreds of us here and I'm still making bank. So
Right.
you need to figure
You're
out
doing
your whole
something
life.
wrong.
Your whole life.
Right.
Maybe if you get out of the Facebook group and actually drive, you wouldn't have nothing to complain about.
See your whole life and burn your car or whatever. You said, get rid of
Drive it
your
right
car.
over a cliff.
All right.
Set it on fire and drive it.
I just thought, Ben posted that. I thought it made a lot of sense.
Oh, that made a lot
That's
of sense.
very well said.
I should look up this guy, see what he's doing. He clearly is doing something right. But
Yeah.
I bet you he's in that 1%.
yeah, I'm sure he is too. Or he's just a motivational speaker. So that was kind of not really a tip, but just this is the tip. So I thought about picking up. I know, I'm terrible. That was a bad transition.
Tip time.
Tip time with Uber and Lyft.
Wow.
I'm going to be recording that tonight before I go out. You guys are so jealous. We talked about the Bob picking up passengers on the street. Rule number 1. What?
Stella's.
Stella's.
Comrades.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That foolishness right there that had
I
me
know.
stuck between cars because it was an Uber on one side and a Lyft
Right.
on the other. When I tell you I got out of my car, I didn't tell you. I got out of my car with my rider. Got out of my car and I was like,
Move.
Yeah. What are you doing?
absolutely not.
Yeah.
You better circle the block. Get out of here.
Yeah.
No, and they were both pickups. They weren't even a drop off. They were pickups.
Oh,
and I'm like, y'all
no.
decided to be right next to each other like that, and you blocked the whole street.
Yeah, at least stagger. I'm always aware of my surroundings. I'm like, oh, I clearly can't park here. I'm
But
going
you
to block
can
traffic.
barely stagger because there's
Yeah,
people parked on that
I
street
know.
too.
I really wish they would take parking off that street.
Yeah.
Stella's
It's so
done.
well, Stella's, and they got the pyramid scheme. I think that's the only two right there.
That is.
But yeah, you can't block traffic. That's rule number 1.
Basic.
Basic. Don't just pick up in the middle of the street. Find
You
a.
can drop off and
But you need to look
I have done
around.
that by Stella's.
But you have to look around you.
yeah,
You have to.
be
Right.
aware of what's going on.
I will drop people off on Commerce.
Yep.
I will never do it at Monroe or on by the Bob, but at
live a little.
such a rebel, Ben. Such a rebel. I will drop people off if it's a small group and they can bail out quick.
Yep.
But yeah, find a loading zone. I know it's tough. I get it. I understand.
They exist.
Yeah, they do exist, and if they don't, then I will have people get fussy with me, riders, because I will pull 5 or 6 cars ahead.
Yep.
Let's say by the anchor bar, right? It's usually packed, but
Yep.
there's usually stops like up by the liquor store, I think it is, or Kale's Corner. You can usually get in over there. They kind of get annoyed because they have to walk. I'm like, I'm not going to block. And I always apologize. I say, not apologize like, oh, I'm sorry, but I say, sorry about that. Yeah, there was no parking, so I had to pull right here. Even before they complain, I can just tell by their face they're
Oh,
like
yeah.
a little annoyed that.
Yep.
I tell them that there's no way I'm going to drop you off in the street. This is for your safety.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You
And I
can't
think-
get mad when I'm trying to protect you.
Right.
Yeah. I think you brought up a really good point. That's a tip that's not on here, but you mentioned you can just read on their face that they're upset.
Yeah.
If you're going to be successful as a driver, learn how to read people's nonverbals.
Yes.
That will save you so many times.
Right.
And it will help you have better conversations.
Yes.
You'll make more tips.
Right.
Be engaging. Look at your passengers in the eye. It helps.
I think I get more tips just because I engage my passengers, not because I'm like, I mean, I understand you got the mints and the charge thing. I don't do any of that, but I get tips because I have a good conversation. I had a guy last night that was really into computers, and they were talking. He was into WordPress. I'm like, I know a little bit about WordPress, and we talked about it. Gave me a $5 tip. You know what I mean? I didn't, I got his bag out for him because he's from the airport and everything. But I enjoy a good conversation. We all know I like to talk, right?
No.
So yeah, if I get somebody that's interesting, I'm going to grill them and if they're willing to talk, guess what? It makes my job great.
We should record those conversations and play them on the podcast.
What's that?
The conversations you have with your people.
Oh, that was a good one last night. The tech guy? Yeah, I'm sure you have a ton of them.
I'm a rolling therapist.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Hashtag rolling therapist.
Well, I am a referral source for my wife who actually is a therapist.
Nice.
So that's fun.
Nice. So if parking safely or legally is
basically impossible.
I didn't.
Sorry.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yep.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I see my spelling's bad. You're supposed to edit this. If parking safely or legally is impossible, call PAX passenger and advise them to go to a location that is safe for pickup.
What if the passenger doesn't answer? I
text them.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I'll call them one more time. And at that point, I just wait until my timer runs out and then I leave.
Yeah.
Because I tried everything that I can to contact you and you didn't bother to pick up your phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then you're either clearly too drunk or just rude.
I call them immediately when I get to the Bob. I call them and tell them I'm at the courtyard.
Yep.
Oh, I call as soon as I get the request.
Yeah. Call them
I call them right away.
I will
on
meet
that
you
one.
at the hotel.
Right. Yep.
Walk across the street.
Or what I should do is have a I have a text for the airport already saved in my keyboards, and I just have to I should do one for the Bob.
Yeah.
Just make it easier. But I know people get annoyed by calls. Although it is a good thing to do at night when it's drunk time. Because then if they're like,
hey, my phone's ringing.
That was great, man. You're like, okay, I'll be right there. Cancel. I'll get the next one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's our tip.
I call people all the time. And not like to be calling them, but sometimes we get ranges and addresses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or sometimes I just get a street. I'm calling you.
No, those are appropriate
Like, I have
times.
to.
Those are appropriate
I can't
times.
text and drive, but I can call you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like the ones where you get a request and it's on the highway.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even call. I just cancel. I'm like,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
yeah. Like
if they broke down or...
No. The pin will just be off.
I've
got
Holiday Inn is notorious for that.
The one on Pearl?
Yep, because they'll put them on 131.
Yeah. I have gotten airport rides and they've been on 96.
Oh.
Across the runway. And I was like, where are you? We're at the airport. Got it.
I was at a country club, and I'm so glad y'all told me that they requested it in the air, because that joker was at a country club way far out.
Say that again?
Somebody in the group told me basically that it sent me way out.
Okay.
And it was some country club way out, like by Thornhill, whatever, way out there.
Oh, okay.
And somebody was like, yeah, when they do that, that means they're requesting in the air and it's just dropping somewhere.
Oh, they're requesting.
yeah.
Oh, they're turning.
While they're still on the plane.
From the airplane.
Oh, that's funny. Because there is a country club right next to the airport. If you're coming over.
You just got to go around that joker.
Yeah.
And that's where it had me at. And I called the guy. He was like, I'm at the airport. I'm like,
Not really.
That's funny. So, all right. Questions from our local Facebook group. Oh my gosh. Here's one. We haven't been talking about this. So we can't legally park in front of the Bob. So I want you to guess who said this. We can't legally park in front of the Bob without getting ticketed. Yep. There are 4 cops sitting in the loading zone in front of the venue apartment. So where exactly do they expect us to park to pick people up?
In
park
the
next-
hotel.
I'll park next to the cop.
Right.
No,
Right.
seriously. Like, it'd be one right there in the courtyard, like right on the end.
Yeah.
I sit right next to him.
Oh, in the courtyard, yeah. But they were on Ottawa. These police officers were on Ottawa in the loading zone, right in front of 20 Monroe.
Then why were they on that side for the Bob? Why don't they go on the other side?
I
Tell
Well,
your that
it's
thing
not my
has
question.
multiple doors.
It's not my
They
question.
better tell them to come to the courtyard.
Don't yell at me.
Take it out on our friend LC.
Yeah. So when they finally open Ottawa up, it'll be much better. What are they doing right there? Every time I go by there, that lane's been closed for like a year.
I know. I don't understand.
I have to look. I'm so busy trying not to kill people that while they're walking across, I don't ever look up and see what they're actually building there. I
wonder
assume
if
more.
it's the fiber optic they're putting under the ground.
I don't know, but it's definitely been closed for.
I need them to get that together.
I know
That's been a long
we
time.
need those 2 lanes on Ottawa. Now with 20 Monroe and there's apartments right there, those venue apartments.
When there's something at the Van Andel, and the police already make it worse.
Yeah, and they're what a nightmare. Question 2. Hello, everyone. Just got accepted for Lyft this week and plan on heading out for my first time later tonight. Any tips fellow drivers would mind sharing so I can start off on the right plan? Thank you in advance. So I did follow this new guy. People were super helpful. I was so happy to see that. Usually there's snarkiness on there.
I would have been snarky.
Yeah, you're depending on what kind of day you had, you are snarky.
So
It's true.
So is the question like, are they just Lyft, like a new driver altogether, or do they drive Uber in there?
No, they're just Lyft.
Just
And of
Lyft.
course, the first question was, "Hey, you want to drive for
Here's
Uber?"
my referral
Here's my
code.
referral, which is fine, but you're going to make a whopping $50. Do you really want to get another driver out there? Now, $500, game changer. $50,
$50.
I'm not going to refer you. No, I think it's good to help people in that group or drivers. Of course, I'm not going to give you the exact tips of what I do. We had a review on iTunes. I was going to bring that guy's name up, and thank you for doing that. It was way back in April, and this is how I hadn't checked it regularly, but he really liked the podcast, gave it a 4-star. I'm okay with that, but he wanted more specifics. And honestly, I'm just not going to give you super, super specifics. I mean, airport can be very profitable, but like Cece said, some people don't want to wait there. They're not going to wait 2 hours for a ride. It's just not going to happen. So I'm just not going to give specific tips, but I definitely help you. Like, hey, don't park in the street. Don't pick up in front of the Bob. Be careful here. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't mind helping people.
Well, I got a tip for him.
What's that?
Until he gets his amp, he should probably go on to Amazon and get a light up Lyft sign.
Yeah.
Especially if he plans on driving late night.
Yes and no. Here's my thing. I have a light up Uber and Lyft sign. Love it. Absolutely love it, except at bar close.
Why?
Everyone trying to get in my car because I see that thing lit up. Yep, all the time.
First of all, I don't let him in my car.
Well, I don't either. My doors are locked, but my point is,
They try to
I put the
bust
window
in.
down, like just a crack, and they're like, "Hey, let me in." You know,
I've never had that issue. And
Really?
you know, I've always had a light up sign for both.
huh? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't mind it, but yeah, I guess I could. So, is the amp active for?
Yep.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
So you just bought it on eBay?
No.
Or did you earn your rides?
Well, Jesper gave me his,
Okay.
like to borrow, but I actually have mine now.
Because now you have to 250 rides in a quarter,
Yeah, something like that.
in 90
Yeah.
days.
I had to get 175 in 3 months.
Was it 175? I thought it was 2. Oh no. Okay. Originally it was 250. Then they sent you one, no matter how long it took
We
you.
fact checked.
Yeah, we did. It is. It's 175 in
Yeah.
3 months.
Yep,
You're right.
Cece's right.
So
I just got mine like maybe a couple weeks ago.
Awesome.
okay.
So to AGL Chiefs, thanks for your feedback on our podcast, by the
Yeah,
way.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry it took so long for us to get after or to see it. We weren't getting any reviews, and iTunes is great, and they don't tell you. So you have to actually go to your own podcast and look at your own reviews. Maybe I'm just dumb, but it's a possibility. Last one is kind of a tip. So I renewed my license 2 days ago. License expired on my birthday, and Uber won't approve my paper temporary license. Anyone else have this problem? Do you know what to do with that?
I do now.
I
did
knew
not
before.
until I read that. See, the biggest frustration for me was I'm a procrastinator. So I would have to take my new license and, or not my new license, like my paper, whatever. I thought I just had to take it to the Uber hub and they would take care of it. So I would wait until the last minute to renew, and then I'd get the paperwork and take it to the Greenlight hub.
Okay.
I didn't realize that you could just snap a picture of it next to your current license and Uber
Yes.
would approve it.
And it works for registration and insurance.
How did you sign up?
Well, I signed up doing that.
Through the Uber, like
Yeah,
through the app.
That's how I
Through the
renew my
app.
stuff too.
Right, but I mean when
When it comes time to renew your
renew
license,
stuff, if
I
you
renewed all my stuff. My birthday was Monday.
on that day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but my point is, his point is like you can do it beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to take if you take a picture of the old insurance and the new insurance at the same time, you'll
Like
get approved.
next to each other.
If you just put the new one in and it's not the date yet,
Yeah.
they won't let you
approve
drive.
it. Like, they would not accept my paper copy of my renewed registration. Like, I had to take that to the Greenlight Hub, I thought, so that they could approve it manually.
Right.
But apparently you can put your old registration next to the new one that's temporary, and they'll approve you.
Yeah, they need to know that. Yeah, I'm assuming someone manually looks at those.
Yeah.
I can't believe a computer would.
They do. They should have the picture of the old one too.
Right, you would
You think so, but they don't.
Yeah.
So I was denied once, and then I had to go to the Greenlight Hub. So then this year, my third year of driving, I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll just go to the Greenlight Hub with my papers and
Right.
let them do it.
So,
Did you have an issue with your insurance when it was time to renew?
Nope, because I have Progressive, and they give me a digital copy like instantly. So I just send that.
what do you
in.
mean a problem with insurance?
I was just wondering about the overlap. You know what I mean? The same
Yeah,
thing
there's
with
never
the
been an issue
license.
with insurance.
Oh, no.
But that's probably, again, because Progressive just generates PDFs for you, and the state doesn't. They're so far behind technically.
They eventually will. But, yeah, so basically for insurance, your license, I said basically, darn it, Ben, come get me when I do that. Insurance, license, registration, put the old and the new together, even if it's not time yet, and you'll be okay. So,
I guess I didn't have a problem because all my stuff expired on my birthday.
well, yeah, but even if your insurance expired a week before, if you did it on that day, you're golden because it's that day.
Yeah.
They look at it, oh, it's 4/27/18. Today's 4/27/18. Good to go. But if you did it the day before, nope, rejection.
They need to get their life together.
So,
Basically.
Jeez.
jerk.
Like, how far are you in technology, but you can't do the simple stuff?
Right, for sure.
They're a
So-
technology company, you know.
Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. We had some current events and stuff. We are an hour and a quarter in, and I didn't have my timer on, but I know I'm terrible.
We'll
But
save them for next time.
you'll save them for next time. But thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. We've been having some, I think, good success. In the last 3 months, we've had pretty big growth. So
Yeah, I
from
mean-
what we were.
You listened to our very first podcast.
Oh, man.
compared
it's-
to this one,
It's
pretty
rough.
awesome.
It's rough. It's funny, though. It's funny. But all right. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. We hope you enjoy it. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. To get all those links, please go to grrideshareadventure.com and you can get that there. You can also get all our videos, podcasts, and etc. Thanks again for listening. Have a great day.